Doctor Strange is acting a little weird in the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, and the comic books might tell us why. BD here, and by now I know you've watched the trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. 8 billion views, the entire world watched it. Okay, but really, 355 million views in the first 24 hours, that's insane. Shattered the Avengers Endgame record of 289 million views in the first 24 hours. We have a full breakdown of the trailer on the Comicbook.com YouTube channel, but right now, I'm gonna explain why so many people think Doctor Strange is actually Mephisto in this movie. AKA the devil.
Devil's everywhere.
The trailer has a lot of us thinking Doctor Strange is acting kind of strange. Not just because he's being reckless in casting a universe-endangering spell to erase the world's memory of Peter Parker being Spider-Man against Wong's better judgment, but also kind of just because he's being weirdly friendly towards Peter Parker, like winking and stuff. This is the cocky guy who was texting and drove a Lambo off a cliff, among other things. So he's been kind of careless and reckless on more than one occasion in the MCU, but after watching him through 4 movies, we all kind of agree he just seems different in this trailer. And not just because he looks so chill in winter gear and a cape. Like, seriously, let me add that to my fall collection. Where'd you get that, Strange?
So fetch.
For a lot of us, this Mephisto thought is amplified by a well-known story from the pages of Marvel Comics, which has a lot of us, myself included, thinking this could actually be a Mephisto thing, because, you know, you've never heard that one before, right? This is a detail rooted specifically in the One More Day comic, which is an arc that started in the Amazing Spider-Man number 554. In this book, Peter's identity was already revealed in the Civil War story in comics. As a result, villains come after Peter and his family, resulting in a Kingpin goon sniping Aunt May with a bullet intended for Peter. Peter can't live with the guilt of Aunt May dying, but no one will help him fix it, and he tries with everyone he can think of. Then a little girl shows up and leads Peter to the solution, a deal with Mephisto that will erase the world's knowledge of his identity and rescue Aunt May, but cost him his marriage to Mary Jane. Mephisto explains that he loves other people's misery like a normal person loves candy and happiness, so he wants to take their love from them with their permission. Peter and Mary Jane agree to the deal only to find out the little girl from earlier was actually their future daughter who will now never be born. So it's not a total reach by everybody saying that Doctor Strange is being controlled by Mephisto, or Mephisto is just straight up posing as the Sorcerer Supreme in No Way Home, right? I mean, there's also the fact that the Sanctum Sanctorum is filled with ice and snow, and they say the deepest parts of hell are covered in ice, so Mephisto might actually be upon us this time.
That makes sense.
Plus, he's wearing the Eye of Agamotto despite no longer having the Time Stone in the MCU. In the comics, the Eye of Agamotto has powers outside of what the Time Stone has granted it in the MCU, but it's unclear if this magical talisman has those abilities in the movies because objects like Loki's scepter and the Tesseract were powerless when the Infinity Stones were removed from them. If the Eye of Agamotto is powerless without the Time Stone, this would indicate that this Strange might just be a replication of the character, with Mephisto transforming himself into an appearance of the character, which is something he did as Peter's daughter and other versions of Peter in the One More Day comic before revealing himself as the Big Red Devil. Any Mephisto stretch seems unlikely after everything we went through on WandaVision's weekly discourse, because just like Billy and Tommy Maximoff being born into Marvel Comics, the One More Day story ties itself to the devil himself. So there is a reason for comic book fans to suspect Mephisto will play a role in No Way Home, but there's also a chance the devil is just working hard here and making us think too much on these theories, so who knows?
If I tell you what happens, it won't happen.
What do you think? Is Mephisto behind Spider-Man No Way Home's chaos, laughing at us all the way to the bank after we thought he was going to appear in WandaVision every week? Leave your thoughts in the comments section and drop a hashtag That's My Strange or a hashtag Mephisto confirmed below to let us know you watched this video through to the end and which side of the theory you're on. Hit me up on Instagram at BrandonDavisBD to talk more. Join our Phase Zero community for an MCU podcast with new episodes every Wednesday on all major podcast platforms, and head over to Comicbook.com/Marvel anytime for more updates. I'm BD. I'll see you there.